I just had a Kia Forte come into my shop last week. The owner thought he was doing everything right, regular oil changes and keeping up with maintenance. Then at 73,000 miles, the engine seized, completely done. When we tore it down, I knew exactly what happened. Wrong oil. He had been using it for 2 years. Here are 8 engine oil mistakes that are destroying Kia engines right now. Some of these will save you from a $5,000 engine replacement. One of them might already be happening in your driveway, and all of them are way more common than you think. Number 8, using 5W30 oil when your Kia needs 5W20. This sounds like a tiny difference, one number. But for modern Kia engines, especially the Theta 2 and SmartStream engines, this is a massive problem. Kia engineered these engines with tighter tolerances. The oil passages are smaller. The variable valve timing system needs precise oil pressure. When you use 5W30 instead of 5W20, the oil is thicker. It does not flow through those narrow passages as quickly. Your variable valve timing system starts working harder to compensate. Over time, this creates wear. And here is what most people do not realize. That oil pressure light on your dashboard, it only comes on when pressure drops dangerously low. By the time you see that light, damage is already happening. I have seen Kia engines with less than 80,000 miles that needed new timing chain tensioners because someone used the wrong viscosity oil for 30,000 miles. That is a $1,500 repair that could have been avoided by reading the oil cap. Your oil cap tells you exactly what viscosity Kia engineered your engine for, so read it. Most modern Kias built after 2017 need 5W20. Some turbocharged models need 0W20. 0W20 flows even better in cold weather and provides maximum fuel economy. If you are putting 5W30 in there because that is what you have always used, because your dad used it in his old truck, or because it was on sale at the parts store, you are slowly killing your engine. The wrong viscosity might not cause immediate failure, but over 50 or 60,000 miles, the cumulative wear adds up. Timing chains stretch. Variable valve timing, solenoids fail. Oil consumption increases. All of this is preventable by using what the engineers specified. Number 7, sticking with conventional oil when Kia specifically requires synthetic. This is huge, especially for the turbocharged engines. If you have a Kia with a turbo, Sportage, Sorento, Stinger, K5 GT, any of them, synthetic oil is not a suggestion, it is a requirement. Turbochargers spin at over 100,000 revolutions per minute. The bearing inside that turbo relies entirely on oil for cooling and lubrication. Conventional oil breaks down faster under the extreme heat a turbo generates. Synthetic oil has additives and a molecular structure that handles heat far better. I had a customer with a Kia Sorento. He was doing oil changes every 5,000 miles like clockwork, but he was using conventional oil to save $20 per change. At 90,000 miles, his turbo failed. A new turbo assembly for that Sorento is $2,800 installed. He saved maybe $300 over the life of the vehicle using conventional oil. Instead, it cost him $2,800 to replace the turbo. This cost was far greater than the small savings he chased. Here is the thing about turbo failure. It does not just kill the turbo. When a turbo bearing fails, it can send metal shavings through your entire oil system. That can damage your engine bearings, your camshafts, everything the oil touches. What starts as a turbo problem becomes an engine problem very quickly. Even if you do not have a turbo, most Kias built after 2018 specify synthetic oil in the owner's manual. The oil change intervals are longer, which is only safe with synthetic. The engines run hotter and more efficiently, which conventional oil cannot handle as well. Saving $15 or $20 on oil is not worth risking a $5,000 engine. Number 6, stretching your oil changes past what Kia recommends. This is probably the most common mistake I see. People hear that synthetic oil can go 10,000 miles or even 15,000 miles between changes, and they think that applies to every car. It does not. Kia's official recommendation for most models with synthetic oil is 7,500 miles or 6 months, whichever comes first. On some models, and when driving is severe, that interval drops to 3,750 miles. Here is what counts as severe driving: stop and go traffic, short trips under 10 miles, extreme temperatures, hot or cold, towing or hauling heavy loads, and dusty conditions. If you live in a city and use your Kia for commuting, that is severe driving. Most people fall into this category and do not realize it. I see Kias come in with 12,000 miles on an oil change. The oil is black and thin. You can smell it as burnt. The owner will say, well, synthetic oil is good for 10,000 miles, right? Wrong. Not in your Kia. Not with how you drive it. That 10,000 mile interval is for ideal conditions. Highway driving at steady speeds, moderate temperatures, and clean air. That is not reality for most drivers, and this is killing engines. Kia had the Theta 2 engine recall. Engines were seizing. A lot of that was a manufacturing defect with metal debris in the engine. But you know what makes that problem 10 times worse? Dirty oil that has gone too long between changes. That debris stays suspended in fresh oil. Old oil that has broken down allows the debris to settle and score your cylinder walls. If you want your Kia engine to last past 100,000 miles, follow Kia's oil change interval. Not what the quick lube place tells you, not what you read in some forum. Follow what your owner's manual says. For most modern Kias, that is 7,500 miles maximum with synthetic. If you drive in severe conditions, cut that interval in half. Number 5, using the wrong oil specification. This is technical, but it matters more than almost anything else on this list. Oil bottles have certification marks, API and ILSAC, those alphabet soup codes that most people ignore. For Kia engines, you need to pay attention to these. Most current Kia engines require oil that meets ILSA CGF6 or APISP certification. That is a relatively new standard from 2020. If you are using oil that only meets the older GF5 standard, you are not giving your engine the protection it needs. GF6 oil has better protection against low-speed pre-ignition, which is a problem in turbocharged and direct injection engines. It has better timing chain wear protection, it handles higher temperatures better. This is not marketing, this is actual engineering that went into developing a new oil standard specifically for modern engines like what Kia builds. The oil bottle will have a circular API donut on the back. In the center of that donut, it will say SP or SN. You want SP. Around the outside, it should say ILSA CGF6. If it says GF5 or an older standard, do not use it in a Kia built after 2017. I have torn down Kia engines that had sludge buildup because the owner was using old specification oil. The oil was not bad oil, it just did not have the detergents and additives that modern Kia engines need. Over 50,000 miles, that builds up. It clogs oil passages, it starves components of oil, eventually something fails. Number 4, buying the cheapest oil at Walmart without checking if it meets Kia's standards. I am not saying you need to buy the most expensive oil on the shelf, but there is a reason that $3 quart of oil is $3. Quality costs money. Kia engines, especially the direct injection and turbocharged engines, need high-quality base oil and additive packages. Cheap oil might meet the minimum API certification to put the sticker on the bottle, but it meets that minimum with the cheapest possible base stock and the bare minimum additives. High-quality synthetic oil uses better base oil and more robust additive packages. Detergents keep your engine clean. Anti-wear additives like zinc and phosphorus protect critical parts. Friction modifiers reduce wear. These additives get depleted over time, and cheap oil runs out of these additives faster. I always recommend oil from known brands that Kia dealers use or that have a strong reputation. Mobil 1, Pennzoil Platinum, Castrol Edge, Valvoline, Liquimoli. These companies invest in research and development, and their oils consistently perform well. That $5 or $6 per quart oil will protect your engine better than $3 oil. And here is something most people do not think about. If your engine fails and it is still under warranty, Kia can request oil change records. If you have been using oil that does not meet their specifications, they can deny your warranty claim. Saving $2 a quart is not worth losing a $5,500 engine warranty claim. Number 3, not checking your oil level between changes. This is basic, but I see it constantly. Modern Kia vehicles, especially turbocharged models and models that had the engine recall, can burn oil. It is not a defect necessarily, it is how some engines operate under certain conditions. Kia's official position is that burning 1 quart of oil every 1,000 miles is within normal specification. You might think that sounds crazy, but that is the engineering tolerance. If your Kia is burning oil at that rate, and you are going 7,000 miles between oil changes, you could be down 7 quarts by the time you change your oil. Most engines only hold between 4 and 5 quarts total. Running your engine low on oil, even by half a quart, increases wear dramatically. There is less oil to circulate. What is there gets hotter. The oil pump has to work harder. Components do not get adequate lubrication. This is how engines fail at 60,000 miles when they should last 200,000. Check your oil at least once a month, more often if you know your Kia burns oil. Pull the dipstick, wipe it clean, reinsert it fully, pull it out again and read the level. If you are below the full mark, add oil. It takes 2 minutes. This simple habit can add 50,000 miles to your engine's life. And if you are adding more than a quart between oil changes, mention that to your mechanic. It might be normal for your engine, or it might be an early sign of a problem that is fixable before it becomes expensive. Number 2, mixing different brands or types of oil. Your oil is low. You add whatever is in your garage. Half a quart of Mobil 1 that has been sitting there for 3 years, mixed with the Pennzoil already in your engine. It will be fine, right? Usually, but not always. Different oil brands use different additive packages. When you mix them, those additives can interact in unexpected ways. They might not be compatible. The result? Reduced protection, potential sludge formation, faster oil breakdown. This is especially true if you are mixing synthetic and conventional oil. They are not the same thing. Conventional oil is refined from crude. Synthetic oil is either heavily processed crude or lab-created molecules. Their properties are different. Mixing them does not give you the benefits of synthetic. It gives you something in between that is worse than either one alone. If you absolutely have to add oil between changes because you are low, use the same brand and type that is already in your engine if possible. If you cannot, at least match the viscosity and specification. 5W20 synthetic to 5W20 synthetic, even if it is a different brand, is better than mixing 5W20 synthetic with 5W30 conventional. And if you do mix oils out of necessity, get your oil changed sooner rather than later. Do not push it to the full interval. The mixed oil is not giving you optimal protection. Number 1. Using oil additives or engine flush products without understanding what they do. Walk into any auto parts store and you will see shelves of oil additives. Products that claim to stop oil burning, reduce friction, clean your engine, and extend oil life. Most of them are unnecessary at best and harmful at worst. Modern synthetic oil already has all the additives your engine needs. Adding more does not make it better. It can actually throw off the carefully balanced additive package that the oil company spent millions developing. You might reduce the effectiveness of the anti-wear additives. You might cause the detergents to drop out of suspension. Engine flush products are even worse. These are harsh solvents that claim to clean sludge out of your engine. Here's the problem. If you have sludge in your engine, that sludge is stuck to surfaces. It is not going anywhere. But those solvents can break loose little pieces of sludge. Those pieces then flow through your oil system and can clog oil passages or the oil pickup screen. I have seen engines fail within 1,000 miles of someone using an engine flush product. There is one exception. If Kia specifically recommends an additive for a known issue, like they did with some of the Theta engines, then follow their recommendation. But random additives from the parts store shelf, leave them alone. They are not going to fix a problem that proper oil and maintenance would not fix. And here is the big thing. If you are using these additives because your engine is burning oil or making noise, you are treating a symptom, not fixing the cause. That oil burning or that noise is your engine telling you something is wrong. Masking it with an additive does not solve the underlying problem. It just delays the inevitable failure until it is more expensive to fix. So there you have it. 8 oil mistakes that are destroying Kia engines. Wrong viscosity. Using conventional oil when you need synthetic. Stretching oil changes too far. Wrong oil specification. Buying cheap oil that does not meet standards. Not checking your oil level. Mixing different oils. Using unnecessary additives. Any one of these can shorten your engine's life. 2 or 3 together, you are looking at engine failure before 100,000 miles. Follow what Kia engineered into your car. Use the right oil, change it on time, and check it regularly. Your engine will last. Subscribe. In the next video, I am covering the 5 maintenance items Kia dealers skip that will cost you thousands later.